everyone, welcome back to channel Ngateko wa Luka. Today I'm teaching you how to crochet this cushion with shells that are growing. You need a coffee cotton wool or yarn, a pair of scissors and a crochet hook, and a pillow that you have made that you learned from the previous tutorial 10. Let's start. So we are going to start by doing a chain of 8. This is how we start our chain. First 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we bring this together in a circle using a slip stitch, where you just hook over, pull the wool throughout. Then you only do 1 chain and you do single stitches all around this chain with there we go, the first single stitch. We are going to do 12 of them. And when we are done with that circle, we bring it together with a slip stitch like that. So we have the beginning circle, and then now we chain 3 to start doing our double stitches. So we chain 3 and we do a double stitch from the first like that. And from now onwards, in every chain we are going to do 2, so that we have 24 of these. And also the other reason why we are doing 2 is for this not to cringe. So we just do that. Let's meet when we have completed in each and every stitch. You just 2 of them. Let's go. Okay, so we are done with our 24 double stitches. Just to make sure, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Then we bring this together with a slip stitch like that. And now we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we repeat the same. Now it will be 24 times 2, which will give you 48. So let's go. We are going to have now 2 double stitches in each, until we have 48. Sometimes if you see it wants to lose shape, meaning it wants to be wavery, you can just skip and do a double stitch on the following one. As long as you have 48 at the end of the day, we are good. Let's meet when we have completed. Okay, so we are done with our 48 double stitches. The whole idea is to have this duplicating this, because we are going to have the 2 together, the 2 partners together opposing each other. So far it's looking good. Now we are doing the last row, which we are going to have 60 double stitches. Let's meet when we had done the 60 double stitches all around. Okay, I have completed my 60 double stitches. When you are done, it must almost allow to almost lie flat. So let's just quickly make sure we have 60, because this is important. 2, 4, 8, 60. So now we can bring this together with a slip stitch. It's very important to have 60 because we are trying to duplicate the second one to look like the other one that is going to match with. So now we chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This 3 will count as the first post, and by this time we're going to add 1. We are going to now start building foundations for the shells. So we have chained 4, and then on the same hole we do a double stitch. Now we will chain 1, skip 2 chains, 1, 2. On the third one we are going to do double stitches. So double stitch, the first double stitch, chain 1, and then on that very same hole we do another double stitch. We are chain 1 again, skip 2, 1, 2. On the third one we are going to do double stitch, prepare foundation for our shells. Chain 1, 1, 2. The third one we do the same. So we are going to continue like that until we are at the end. Let's meet when we have done that, and yeah, that's complete all the way round. So with this row, this foundation, it must be a total of these small shells of 20. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Then we chain 1 like I've already chained and bring this together with a slip stitch. So now on this shell we are still going to do the same shells, but this time we'll be introducing, in every second shell we'll be introducing a post. So we have chain 3, but because this will be the first shell, we add +1 to be 4 and do a double stitch on that very same one. We chain 1 and come into this and do double stitch, chain 1, another double stitch in there. But this time on, before we go to this one, we are going to introduce a post. So we chain 1, introduce a post there by a double stitch and chain 1, then we do the shells. Chain 1, double stitch, chain 1 to the next one, shell, then we chain one and then introduce a post. So after every second shell like that, we'll do shells, post, just like we did on this one. Shells, 2 shells, post, 2 shells, post, like that. So let's meet when we have completed this row. So, and then we bring this in with a slip stitch together. So we have now introduced our post, but it doesn't really show because at the moment it's the first line, but it will show because we are going to now make it visible. So let's do this. Chain 3 again, just repeat that one, the 4th one, and then do another shell in that same one. Then chain 1, 2nd shell, repeat, chain 1, but because now we are making the post visible, so we do a front post where we are going to put our needle here at the back and come like that, hook our working yarn or wool, do our double stitches just like that. So I'm just going to repeat again that front post for you after completing these shells. Chain 1, double stitch, chain 1, then we are going to go behind it with a needle like that, hook our yarn and double stitch. So there is the beginning of our post. So we continue like that everywhere where we have introduced our post. We come and do that all the way through. Let's meet when we're done. I'm sure you can already see our work is looking good, looking fantastic. You can already see the shells coming out. We are now going to chain 3 again. This time we are not adding the 4th one because we are going to do double stitch, and we chain 2 and then 2 double stitches and the same shell. Let me just quickly redo that one. Yes, so it will be looking like this now from now onwards. In every shell, even though when we are skipping we are still chaining 1, but this time 2 double stitches, 2 chains, 2 double stitches in each shell, but in every post we just do 1 double stitch. Chain 1, that post we do a front post again, chain 1 in each shell. We are doing 2 double stitches now, 2 chains, 2 double stitches. Yay, just like that. Let's continue like that. Awesome, awesome. You're starting to see the V shape all around. The shells are looking great, and we are going to repeat the same layer. So we have the first shells that are single double stitch. Now the second 2 rows will be double stitches, double chain or 2 chains, just like that. So let's meet when we have done repeated this row. Already looking awesome. We are now just joining our work with a slip stitch. We join our work with slip stitches, and then do another slip stitch to that hole and chain 3 to repeat that layer again, that row again of 2 2 2. And let's meet when we are done repeating this layer. Yep, so we are done with the 2 rows of 2 double stitches, 2 single stitches, 2 double stitches. Now we are going to do a row of 3 double stitches. You join that by single stitch, go to the big hole of a shell, chain 3. This you can actually check in tutorial 2. Doing these 3 ones is the same shells that we're doing for the scarf of shells in that tutorial. So check it out, and we will meet when we have completed our shell patterns. So this time, okay, with this one we have done, you know, this one always represents the chain, the first double stitch. This chain represents a double stitch, 1 2, chain 3, 1 2 3 of the double stitches. Then you still chain 1 and go into the next shell and do 3 double stitches, chain 3 and 3 double stitches in that hole. So you will do 2 layers or 2 rows of this, and then 2 rows of now 4 double stitches, chain 4 and 4 rows. So we're basically going to do until 5, where we are doing 5 double stitches, chain 4, 5 double stitches. But when we are doing the 5th one, we are also going to chain 2 here, only when we are doing the 5th one. Let's meet them. Yippee! We have completed our other half. This is lovely. The inside looks like that. Now we're going to bring the 2 together. We bring the 2 together. The inside should be facing each other, and you just make sure we are corresponding, so where the posts are running, it can also continue. So just make sure it's corresponding like that before you start bringing this together. And let's start. We bring this together using single stitches all the way through, but where there's a peak of a shell, we are going to do 4 single stitches like that, and the 4th one, and then everywhere where it's meeting, we are going to make sure it corresponds and do single stitches like that. And then where there's a bridge like that, you do 3 single stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then you continue like that. Just make sure they're corresponding all the way with single stitches. Don't forget, at the peak of the shell you do 4 single stitches in each, 3, and let's meet when we have done almost all around until we are leaving 3 columns so that we can put our pillow. Okay, so we have left those 3 columns. We are going to take our cushion and put it inside. And we have just recently taught how to make a home round cushion, so you can go back to tutorial 2 and make your cushion. Oh, this is awesome. So we are just going to continue to close with the cushion in now. Let's meet when we are done closing. If you love this, you can simply subscribe also to this channel to enjoy more and more. Let's just meet when we have completed. Yep, we are at the end. It's looking beautiful, awesome, and you like this, please like, share with your friends the link, and let's meet again when we are making some more beautiful stuff. So just lastly, just to hide that nicely, you pull your crochet hook, pull it through, and yeah, that's it. Bye bye.